Hey, what's up, metal and heavy music fans? It's Flight of Icarus again with MetalTrenches.com, and today we're talking about Swampbeast and their debut full-length album, Seven Evils Spawned of Seven Heads via Translation Lost Records. And hey, if you like to be kept up to date with the best and brightest metal bands and albums from the underground and above, then stick with me by hitting that subscribe button down below. Swampbeast is a Los Angeles, California black and death metal band formed in 2017 that I would recommend to fans of Vermin. Comments drummer and vocalist Marikov Mina on the new album, "Our goal from the beginning has been to create the darkest music possible. We all agree that the current system of man and the way that the world operates is on the brink of complete collapse. This album is a depiction of what is to come if we continue on this path." On my first few listens, aside from being struck by the overall nihilistic, venomous atmosphere, I had this uncanny feeling of familiarity despite this being my introduction to the band. Then it struck me. It's the vocals. Swampbeast have a very similar approach to inhuman snarls as one of my favorite modern extreme metal vocalists today, Ethan McCarthy of Primitive Man and Vermin. Ethan has this very characteristic way that he almost vomits out certain syllables that is wonderfully and often disgustingly present across the duration of this album. More often than not, the death growls seem to rattle forth from the bowels, with words feeling more like sickly regurgitations than screams. But great vocals alone a great death metal album do not make. Fortunately, this trio also delivers with some truly terrifying blackened riffs to further craft these nightmarish soundscapes. It's the perfect fusion of old school death metal ethos with grinding black metal tremolos like lullabies for a brood of gore-splattered hellspawn. Add stabbing blast beats to surely leave some puncture wounds, and it's a real recipe for ritualistic murder. Swampbeast are a seriously vile force on this album, with all of these elements coming together to deliver an always harsh and very consistent slice of blackened death metal. I also appreciate how they vary up the pacing with some sluggish doom metal moments, like on Thy Flesh Sustained, to make the faster segments sound even more crushing by comparison. And I love when the guitars really kick into high gear with the jangly sounding Inquisition riffs and chaotic Slayer-esque solos. Convulsing in the Piss and Shit of Man is a great standout track in this vein, with some D-beats thrown in to even further shake things up. And that pretty much covers it. Seven Evils Spawned of Seven Heads is a no-bullshit record to rattle your bones and shake your blood, leaving them like a fine paste by the time it's all over. I give it a 9 for enjoyability. Again, it's a tight and very consistent listen that never fails to deliver on a bit of the ultra-violence. I give it an 8 for musicianship. Nothing too flashy here, but it's all performed just the way I look for in an album simply designed to incur maximum wrath. And I give it a 7 for innovation. I would like to see Swampbeast step a little more out of their shells on the next one, as despite its craterous impact, it does come off as a bit derivative at times. So an 8 overall and a B- for Swampbeast and Seven Evils Spawned of Seven Heads. Get it once more via Translation Lost Records. Y'all, thanks as always for watching, and be sure to like and share to help get more eyes and ears on these lesser known artists. Also comment below your favorite black and death metal band in this style. And hey, stick around because I got plenty more reviews, album tier lists, and interviews with bands on the podcast for you to check out, so plenty of reasons to again subscribe if you have not already. In particular, you might be interested in my interview with Ethan McCarthy. Also support us on Patreon, but that'll do it for now. Flight of Icarus signing off. I will see you in the trenches.